beautiful Sagittarians, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your yearly reading for 2023. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Sagittarians, this is your yearly reading for 2023. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. But first, I'll get your overall fated energy for the year. And just to let you know, I've already mentioned it in the January readings, but it will be a pretty slow start to the year. It does pick up pace when Mars goes direct on the 12th of January. So that is very positive energy, of course. Mercury also goes direct on the 18th of January. And together, combined, it is about finding your voice, finding clarity, and, you know, really starting the year with your inner power. Now, looking at this energy straight away, I can see that this is going to be a very positive year for you in terms of starting something new that will be very, very rewarding. But we'll get to that in a moment. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Sagittarians? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of? Now, in the water right now, I'm just going to mention it before I go on. They're showing me a word and an image. Now, I'm hoping that they correlate, that they actually are connected in some way, but they're giving me this word, estrellas, or estrella. Estrella, I'll spell it for you. E-S-T-R-E-L-L-A, and it's got an S on the end as well. Okay, estrellas, maybe I'm saying that wrong. Now, maybe that word has come up before in a reading. It seems familiar, but I can't quite place it right now because I'm scrying at the same time as you're reading. The image they're showing me, though, is a star, okay? So perhaps that will be an image that you will see throughout the year that lets you know that there's lots of wonderful opportunities coming your way. I mean, look, you've got a clover there for luck. The star normally represents a wish coming true or something that you've been really trying to accomplish, being realized. So very positive energy. I would say whenever you're about to get new news or good news, you will see stars. They will be the images or the symbology that you will see over the year that indicates that there is positive alignment with a goal, a dream, or something that perhaps you've been manifesting, okay? So you could see stars on a billboard, on a poster. Someone could gift you a card with a star on it. You could meet someone with a star tattoo, or perhaps you've got one. You're going to see stars everywhere, okay? And this is imagery that you will see. And just as you see it, it means there's going to be a message or something good that comes into your life. So look out for that. Now, we've got eggs, okay? Now, this indicates new start. So whatever it is that you're starting this year, 2023, it's going to be very lucrative. We got golden eggs here. It says saving up resources, nest egg. We've also got healthcare here, new opportunities, and insurance. So I really feel like you're building something special this year. I'm just going to move this out of the way so I've got a little bit more arm room, shall we say. You may notice I'm currently at my folks' house. I've gone here for the holidays. I will be back in my usual space in the next couple of weeks. But eggs tend to be about new energy. Some of you may launch a new business or launch a new idea. Some of you may even think about relocating. So whether you are retired or whether you are working, I feel like you're bringing a lot more new energy and you're trying to explore what life has to offer. So some of you may think about moving abroad or just using your nest egg in order to invest in something that brings new exciting energy in towards you. So it could be hobbies or learning curves. You may put yourself on courses online, but I definitely get this energy here of you being able to save a little bit more this year than you have been in previous years. Now, I know that economically things are really, really difficult right now. So there's lots of fluctuations, and I will be mentioning planetary alignment, major planetary alignment that will be affecting you throughout the year when I go individually in each month, because I'm not going to lie to you, this year, 2023, is going to be a bumpy year for most. Okay, but I feel like you're putting yourself in a really position where you're budgeting, you're being very strict with your spending, you're only connecting to things that really matter or mean something, and I feel like you actually end the year with a little bit more money than you expected, despite there being things like inflation or circumstances outside your control. I feel like there is a little bit more money than you expected. Okay, there is opportunity. This year is a year of good luck, opportunity, and some of you, it's starting over. So you may see the new year as an opportunity to be new year, new you, new adventures, and you're doing things differently. I definitely see a new approach to the way that you do things. It doesn't have to just be in work. It can be a new approach to relationships, friendships. You're looking at reciprocity and making sure that all the energy you put into a situation is worth it, okay? Now, also we have gold. Now, some of you may, I don't know anything about, economics and things. I can see with my eyes, and I can read newspapers and news articles and things like that, journals. So I am aware of what's going on, but I don't really understand it per se. But I feel some of you may actually invest in gold, but I just, more than anything, I get this energy of you working diligently towards savings and building wealth. And this is generational wealth that you're building. It's long-term, satisfying energy here. It says deep values, integrity, solid finances, investing, banking, long-term position, satisfying work. So, of course, money is important, but I feel the most important thing to you in 2023, my beautiful Sagittarians, is about your vibe. Does it connect to your calling? Is it aligning with your true values, your spirituality, what you feel your mission is on this earthly plane? So I feel like you're thinking about the more philosophical things in life, but also it's about how do you put yourself in a secure position to weather an economic storm or to weather, the changes that are going on in the world. And I feel like this year for you is all about trying something new or pushing yourself out of boundaries, out of comfort zones, but also remaining secure. So you're going to try and find that balance between doing something exciting and new, whilst at the same time making sure you have a safety net should things. I don't feel like things are going to not work in your favor. I feel like there's a lot of positive energy about you where things do work in your favor. You follow your heart, and that is where you find your luck. But at the same time, human beings in general, we always try to make sure we have a safety net. And I feel that's something that perhaps you may be thinking about as you move throughout the year. But these two cards, these are very positive for your year ahead, okay? I feel okay, thanks so much, I'm so grateful. They're also indicating, my guides are giving me, you're worth your weight in gold. Value yourself. With more value, for yourself, it teaches other people how to value you also. You're actually teaching people how you like to be respected and how they get access to your life on a healthy level. So I feel this year is also about you building healthier boundaries, being very self-sufficient, but also teaching other people that you hold yourself in high regard, and they must do the same if they want access to your life. Okay, that's what I'm seeing there as well. But definitely, building financially and looking at your values. So some of you may be thinking about what you connect to, whether it's healthy for you, friendships, relationships, job situations, projects, whatever it is you're turning your hand to this year. I feel like you're really asking yourself the bigger question. Does it vibe with my calling? Is this something that I've come to this lifetime to do? Does it matter? And if it doesn't, I feel like you're really disconnecting and saying, nope, my energy is not being spent, wasted in this area or this friendship or this toxic situation, because I feel you don't want to waste time, okay? I do see that you want to bring a little bit more excitement into your world. And we do have the clover here as well. So overall, this will be a pretty lucky year for you. Remember the stars. This indicates some sort of wish being delivered delivered this year for you as well. The clover represents a turn of your luck, better fortune, and opportunity. Now, I'm just seeing if I get anything more here for you. Yeah, lots of surprises, twists and turns. Expect the unexpected from 2023. But overall, I feel like there's a lot of fortune that's available to you in the year ahead. And you're trying to find balance, but it's most important that you follow your heart, okay? We've also got the heart, of course, but this is about following things that you love, or investing your love, your care, devotion, not only in yourself, but into the things that you do, and listening to your heart, because it will never lead you astray. Now, this could be strong bonds that you create throughout 2023 in terms of friendships, finding your soul tribe. So if you haven't quite found people who vibe on the same frequency as you, this is a year to fulfill that potential, to meet people who are on the same page as you, that really, you know, are your kind of people. Also, if you're looking for love, there is a real potential to connect to a soulmate this year. There's a lot of love and appreciation for you, because remember the star image they gave you, they're indicating that that's all about being appreciated for who you are and what you do. Also, I get this sense, because bizarrely, I'm seeing garlic in the water as well. I get images that sometimes mean nothing in the moment, but it may mean everything to you long term. Some of you, I mean, garlic is a very good antioxidant. It's a very good astringent. It's very good, like it's a natural antibiotic kind of energy. And we do have Saturn moving into Pisces, which is all about health this year for everybody collectively. So you may be eating better foods for your heart, for example, or because I feel like you're nourishing yourself body, mind, and soul, okay? Also, the heart tends to be about being in the law of attraction, where you're vibing at a frequency to attract what you truly desire. So I would say following your heart, having better luck and financial security is, you know, pretty much a very positive outlook on the year ahead. Of course, there's going to be twists and turns, ups and downs. Human life would not be human life without it, right? So, you know, let's get to the details of what's going on for you, because it's not just all going to be about luck and love. Life is just not all about unicorns and rainbows. We all know that. So let's go a little bit more on the details, but your overarching energy is very, very positive. Now, there are some negative cards in these decks that I've just been shuffling, okay? And you just didn't get them. So it's important to realize that benevolence will be smiling upon you this year. Now, in terms of planetary alignment, we have major developments this year. We have 5 planets that go direct. Well, not 5 planets that go direct. They shift into other signs, okay? And when a planet tends to shift into a different sign, it brings radical change. The 2 most important ones being Saturn and Pluto. They bring the biggest changes this year. Now, Saturn, just to give you an idea about Saturn, if you don't know about planetary alignments, Saturn switches sign from Aquarius to Pisces on the 7th of March. Saturn switches signs every 2 to 3 years, and the last time it switched, it moved into Aquarius, April 2020. And we all know what happened in April 2020 or thereabouts, right? Now, Saturn is all about restrictions, rules, regulations, and, you know, disrupting the natural order of things. Saturn is to stop, to pause, to cancel. It can be a period where, you know, it separates people or promotes separation, or, you know, because it went into the sign of Aquarius, this is how it's best to describe it. Aquarius is a sign of humanity. It stands for humanity, social gatherings, social interactions, independent thinking, and all of those things. And when you have Saturn moving into Aquarius, it can mean that it stops those things, or it disrupts those things. So, of course, we had a pandemic. So, you know, those natural order of things got forcefully changed in order to promote safety and things like that. So, and it comes from governmental bodies. So when you're thinking of celestial bodies, shall we say, there is influence going on there too. What's really positive is it's now moving into Pisces from March. And it's there until 2026, and that promotes better health, okay? Better health care, observing what's better for you in terms of your body, your mind, and your soul. Also, you may see a restructure of health systems over the next couple of years because of the influences from Saturn being in Aquarius. But those will start to change this year from March. There's going to be a lot of shifts in healthcare systems, and it's also important to think about your immune system during this time. So a lot of you may be thinking about healthier eating habits, maybe even eating more organically if you can afford it, or growing your own food. These are the themes that those planetary alignments will promote, okay? Now, what's also really wonderful about Saturn moving into Pisces is better karma. Karma is delivered this year and for the next couple of years. So whether it's good, bad, or ugly, it depends on how you've been conducting your life. Karma will pay a visit to your door. So that's positive if you've been good. And of course, for those who have been a little bit naughty, then of course expect, a little bit of karma coming in there for you. Now also, when you've got Saturn in Pisces, it also indicates that you are eradicating bad habits. So if you tend to reach for the packet of biscuits all the time when you're feeling a little bit low, you'll see that you change up that pattern. You actually may surprise yourself and replace it with something different. Or if you have a pattern or a cycle that has been continuous in your life that you're trying to get rid of, perhaps it's a negative attachment to a person or a situation, these things will be processed and released. Also, better mental health care, okay? So I feel managing your stress levels will be important this year as well because of those planetary alignments. Also, we have Jupiter. It changes every year, changes sign every year, and it is a planet of good luck, expansion, and opportunity. It is direct until May. So any negative experiences that happen with planetary alignments, like Uranus, it goes direct at the end of January, and that brings major shocks, changes, surprises, but because Jupiter is also direct, which it softens the blow a little bit, these surprises or changes can be very positive, bringing innovation and opportunities that were not present before, okay? Now the big one, Pluto. Pluto, excuse me, Pluto is moving into Aquarius, and that means the collective become aware, heightened awareness of everything that has been hidden. So this is a particularly important year, 2023, where anything that has been kept from the collective comes to light, whether it's a personal level, someone's lied to you, or they've been deceptive, or just hidden information for whatever reason, it comes to light. Same with governmental bodies. If anything collectively has been hidden from humanity, things will start to come to light in 2023 because of Pluto being very active. Now, this is a big deal because Pluto, it shifts signs every 10, 15, 20 years. So it is a very slow moving planet. And it normally depends on when the planets are aligned in the sky for how many years it changes signs. But anything hidden that's been embedded, you'll start to see like documents, government documents, things like that come to light from probably like 20, 30, even 40, 50 years ago, start to shed light on what has been hidden or kept from people in general. And it can lead to a lot of shocking, surprises or, conspiracy theories perhaps many years ago that suddenly are true. So it's all important about the reveal. This is a period of exposure, shall we say. Now, also what's really positive for you on a personal level when Pluto is involved, anything that you've been experiencing, repetitive cycles that you feel that you've been stuck in or you cannot overcome, Pluto actually brings major improvement. You get to release those and things start to feel easier in the energy. Also, I just want you to be aware that sun, moon, and rising signs, you can apply this to this situation, to this yearly reading. The sun signs are all about, the way you move throughout the world, your sense of self. And of course, your moon sign is the emotional side, all the feelings deep within, things that perhaps you don't let other people know or they don't readily know about you. And, the hidden side of yourself. And also the rising sign is your approach to the world or the various circumstances around you as well in your life. So it's important to get a broad view, but these readings are quite long because they're yearly. So of course, check out whichever sign is important for you in this moment. And you can always revisit throughout the year as well. Now, your first card, this is January. This is good karma. Okay, you're starting off on a high note. But also the January month for you brings adjustment, because this is a card of making major decisions and finding a way to adjust in order to find balance. So this will be a month where you really connect to resolutions, New Year's resolutions like better health care, eating habits, sleeping habits, exercise routines. I feel like you will try to stick to these things in order to make yourself feel better. Okay, now that's an obvious thing to do or say, because everybody, you know, collectively, people tend to mark the passing of a year with intentions to be a new version or a better version of yourself, but you're sticking to it. Okay, I definitely see you sticking to these energies. Now, the Justice card also, it's number 8 in this deck. Okay, these are major arcana decks to get the overall energy, the fated energy of each month, and I will clarify each month with a couple of cards individually just to see what the details are. But this is number 8, and number 8 is the number of the self. So I feel like you're putting yourself first this year. Okay, you're having value. You're looking at making adjustments as well to make you know, life be a little bit more exciting, perhaps a little bit more travel. You'll realize your travel dreams this year. But I feel January really starts with making way for new. Okay. Also, the Justice card is about being honest with yourself. If you feel that you are unhappy in some area of your life, you're making a major decision to coldly attach. Well, it's like coldly look at it. So you detach yourself from the situation in order to do something about it. So for example, you know, over the holiday period, I'm just talking personally now, I tend to do a little bit of overeating, right? I'm not happy with it, but I'm enjoying company with good friends, my family, and, you know, I'm just letting loose, letting my hair down. But come January, you know, you bet your bottom dollar, I'm going to be like, right, that needs to stop, and I need to just get a little bit clearer on my diet, right? So I feel like you are looking at areas all across the board where you're going, okay, I don't feel like I'm happy right now in this part of my life. I'm making an adjustment. And if you are happy with it, I feel like, great, you're doing a good job and you're going to maintain it and try to bring more of that into your life. I also feel like you're doing a little bit of reflecting on what has worked in the past and what hasn't, and you're keeping what has been working for you and you're letting go of the rest. You're cutting out the BS. This is about sorting the wheat from the chaff and saying, okay, that didn't work last year and I don't really enjoy it anyway, so I'm just going to release that, forget about that. I'm going to move on to something that does feel enjoyable, something that I really want to do, because this is a card of taking responsibility for your choices and your actions to find balance, okay? And it's also a card of your ethics. So because you had, you know, integrity there and your values, I really feel like you're asking yourself on a very philosophical level, this year, what are you all about? What do you stand for? Because there's a famous saying that's coming through right now. If you don't stand for everything, if you don't stand for anything, you'll fall for everything. And you're too savvy and astute to fall for anything, my beautiful Sagittarius. I feel you're the sort of person who is a very clear mind. You know, you've got a strong wit about you, a strong sense of intuition, instincts. You see below the surface. You're very intelligent, but you're also wise. You know, I always say that sage or sag, it's, you know, the root word of Sagittarius is sage, to be wise, to have knowledge. And you came to this earthly plane with a lot of that. So I feel like January is all about adjusting, making decisions about how to proceed forward throughout the year, what you really want to be your primary focus, what you want to get out of this year. And I feel like it's going to be more of that, keeping yourself on an even keel, shall we say. Now let's have a look at the details. We got the Strength card, a major arcana card for you there. We've also got Page of Swords, Curiosity, and the Four of Wands. Yeah, being curious, making decisions about what makes you happy. Also, a lot of you may be factoring in your family. Some of you may even think about making some sort of plan to buy a home or sell a home, depending. I just get this sense of real estate being something that's at the forefront of your mind. So some of you may be thinking about trying to relocate and having a plan for that, having a structure. But the Strength card is all about self-care, respect, me time, and having the courage to be bold, to try new things. So I definitely see you coming out of a comfort zone, really having the courage to overcome any difficulties, to just go for it. The Strength card can be a card of gentle influence, strength and courage. And whilst you are fierce, they're indicating you're not forcing anything in January. You're just allowing the universe to show you the way, shall we say. You are trusting in the universe. But the most important word they'll give me right now is balance. Now, also with this card, throughout the year, we all can feel collectively that there's going to be a lot of uncertainty. There's going to be a lot of major shifts, especially in the economic field, in the healthcare structures. Those areas, there'll be a lot of fluctuations, okay? And I feel like you are... It's like I see you bracing yourself, like what is to come next. You know, if you had like a bingo card of what was to come since 2020, you'd be like, okay, so we had that check, what's to come next? Could it be aliens? Could it be King Kong? Could it be, you know, it's like anything goes. Anything's now possible. And some of you may be like, oh, what's next? And so I feel... there's this energy of you bracing yourself with what's next. And I know I'm being really flippant when I say King Kong or aliens and things like that. But what I mean is you are basing what you've experienced so far, which is so, you know, not typical, the way life has been led up until 2020. Everything's so upside down a little bit in some areas. I feel like you're bracing yourself for 2023 to be like more of that weirdness, okay? And, you know, I'm not going to lie to you, there's going to be some weird things, weird shifts happening, but I feel like you're putting yourself in a really good position of strength in order to weather any storms, okay? So I see you factoring in all eventualities of what could go right and what could go wrong in your plans, and you're calculating the best way to find yourself in a really good position so you have stability. Now, the Page of Swords, some of you may even think about putting yourself on a course of learning this year. Maybe something that you're deciding to do in the month of January, or maybe something that you're booking in the month of January that you'll do some point later in the year. Page of Swords is about curiosity. So I do feel like you are curious about how the year ahead will pan out based on previous years so far. But with the Page of Swords, I feel like you're entering with curiosity. Some of you are going to have lots of wonderful new ideas that you want to accomplish and new projects that you got bubbling up there. You have, this is a card of genius. This is a card of your mind being alive with ideas. You being really like scholarly, calculating, paying attention to your surroundings and basing your ideas on what could help further your knowledge or further your career or further your enjoyment in life. Because I feel one of the directions I feel like you're headed in is, how can I bring more adventure into my life? How, because I feel with this card, you're so ready for a new adventure. You're so ready to be bold, come out of a comfort zone. And some of you may even start a new career or start a new project that really takes off, shall we say, and helps build your knowledge, but also grows into something that perhaps is beyond your wildest dreams. Four of Wands, whatever these ideas are, or whatever this project is that you're following your heart with, as you can see, this person is, they've got their hand on their heart. The Four of Wands is a card of celebration, okay? Good news will arise from this. This is a card of you being on the right path, bringing stability, peace, and tranquility into your life, but also reward, okay? So this is a card, as I said, it's almost like you're meeting some sort of milestone in your life in some way that will be celebrated. I also see a lot of invitations to you in order to spend time in good company. And as opposed to years gone by, I get the sense that you're promising yourself that if there's something exciting to do this year, you're promising yourself to get out of a comfort zone and go and do it, or at least investigate it to see if it's worth your time to do it. Four of Wands also is a card of reuniting with people that perhaps you haven't seen for a while. So you may actually have someone, not necessarily just from your past, but some people that perhaps you haven't seen for a couple of weeks, or even a couple of months, even a couple of years. It can be that long. You're reconnecting to those people and just having good time with those people. This is a card of going out, having fun, letting your hair down. So you are trying to find that balance in the month of January, okay? Now the Four of Wands, I really feel it is something to celebrate here for you. It tends to be about networking as well. So if you have any good ideas or if you are trying to elevate in some part of your career, this is a prime month for you to meet people who can help you to elevate, okay? Also, if you're looking for love, I get a sense of you putting yourself out there into the dating pool, whereas perhaps you haven't been doing it for a while. I feel like you're being confident or trying to be confident to put yourself out of a comfort zone, and I feel like you meet someone new that you're going to be talking to, okay? This could be someone who vibes with your mind first, is what I'm feeling, okay? This relationship may not become something solid in terms of a long-term relationship until round about, okay, so these are, I would say round about November, okay? Even though you'll be seeing each other, it's round about until November when you like put a label on it. And if you're already in a relationship, I really get this sense that there are going to be changes within your relationship where you may think about traveling, or there may be some sort of opportunity offered to one of you where there is an opportunity to travel with work. But I feel like you make it work, okay? I feel like you honor each other's decisions, and there's just a little bit more excitement and adventure connected to it. Now, February is a very positive month. The Sun card indicates some sort of award or some sort of success, but it is a card of enlightenment. This is a card of seeing the truth. So you're making adjustments, and now you're seeing the way to proceed forward. The Sun card is also a card of being in a very powerful position, no matter which way you look at it, okay? This is a month where there's a lot of joy, a lot of happiness, a lot of peace around you. Spring is kind of like springing, and I just get this sense of whatever it is you're building is, I see like sprouts of success. So let's clarify this Sun card, because the Sun card is also about the self. So I feel, as you move into February, you're feeling pretty good with yourself, and you're recharging your batteries to be ready for whatever is happening in March, because you're a real force to be reckoned with in March. So let me just see what's happening in February for you. Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. I feel like it's like happier family environment, happier friendship, the Empress card, self-care, a new version of yourself where you feel that you are on top of things, a lot more creative energy flowing from you. All these ideas that you've got, they're starting to take shape, take form. Also, the Empress card is about building wealth. It's about having value for yourself and nourishing yourself. So any exercise routines or, changes in diet, they will actually start to show on you, like on your body, on your face, in your mind. They start to show, and you just feel so much better about yourself, okay? Now, we got a lot of cards here. We got the Two of Wands and the Two of Swords. Now, this can be something that perhaps you've been waiting for, something that's, some of you may be waiting to find the right home or right opportunity. And there may be a couple of options that come up, but they're not quite right, or they're not right exactly what you're looking for, and you may feel a little bit fed up. The same could be with regards to an opportunity. I feel like even if you're putting your resume out there to change jobs, because there's a new start coming for you in April. Okay, so this could be a new job opportunity, could be a new way of living, could be a new approach to the way that you work or the way that you value yourself. But there's a certain sense of trying to find clarity in the month of February, and the Sun represents, an awakening, a realization or revelation of some sorts. So there's a lot of clarity to some of the answers that you may be seeking in February. You may have a little bit of a conundrum. So for example, if you're looking at changing jobs, you may put your resume out there, but nothing suits you, or there's a lot of opportunities that sound like a really good deal, but you know that you're worth more than that. Same with if you're looking for real estate, there may be a couple of opportunities that come along and you go, yeah, they're potentials, but they're not really what I'm looking for. They don't tick all the boxes. And I feel all of a sudden, because you're feeling pretty fed up, the Four of Cups indicates that you may feel a little bit disappointed in your expectations, but then you realize why. And that's because the universe is sending you something better in. Okay, you deserve much better. The Four of Cups tends to be you're protected, by the universe during difficult times, and an offer is brought in for you, something that you will love. There normally is a cup of, a fourth cup being offered to the figure in the Four of Cups, which indicates the universe has got your back and is offering you something that's going to really excite you, that alleviates you out of disappointment and boredom, okay? So do not be discouraged, because February is actually a very, very positive month. It brings balance, and whatever it is that you're trying to mix up or change, because this is a card of integration. It's about using all the ingredients available to you, or all your skills that you have, or everything that you've got as you at your disposal, shall we say, in order to mix up something really, really special. There could be like a should I stay, should I go month in February. So it could be like an opportunity arrives to you, whether it's career or love. I mean, it could be, should I travel with this person, or should I just wait a little bit more to get to know this person? Could also be, should you found a property that really isn't exactly what you're hoping for, but it is a good deal. Maybe you should go, should you not? I feel like an offer will come in that is everything that you've been yearning for. So I would say wait until you know in your gut and in your heart that the right opportunity has arrived, okay? Because then you will know when it is time to take action. The Temperance card equals balance, but also patience, okay? Because there is an offer coming on in. So if it is work related, as you can see, there's an opportunity been gifted by the universe here of growth. It has a lot of potential. This card literally means gift or fortune, the start of good fortune. Could be a start of a project that will lead to more wealth, okay? This is a card of you kind of like thinking about this for a long time, whether it's a really good deal or not. I get the sense that you will be rewarded, more money coming on in if it is a work-related project, but also if you're retired, for example, and it's a project that really speaks to your heart, it could be something that's very rewarding. Although you're retired, you'll still be focusing on your finances though, so there could be like an opportunity to invest in something that brings more wealth, more fortune. It could also be that there's a creative skill that you've got that you may invest in terms of your energy and your time, and then you start to see that actually you're really good at this because you're very, very gifted. To have the Empress card, it indicates that you're very talented, you're very gifted naturally at the things that you invest your time and your care in. And you could see that people want to buy your product or buy your creative endeavor. So I really feel like it's a very positive month. The Moon card is like trust your intuition. You will know when the right time is to act on something. The Fox, it normally stands for you being very clever, okay? Being instinctive and using those intuitions to navigate a circumstance that perhaps you've been feeling a little bit stuck in. So as I said, there's lots of ups and downs, but the details tell me that there is some sort of offer coming on in. It could be a new job being offered to you that brings in more money, and you have an opportunity to get a better deal, shall we say, or negotiate your wages up. Also, you may find that if you're retired, you may find that you're being very resourceful with your finances, and you tend to find lots of discounts everywhere you go. I really feel like February is a good month for saving money, or finding if you're having a large purchase, you get some sort of discount or savings that you're going to be really happy with. Also, February is a month where you may be gifted something for free, is what they're giving me. This could be like a coffee in a coffee store, or someone gives you like a little muffin or cake for free, or someone pays it forward, pays for your shopping, or just sends you like a little free gift in the mail when it comes to you purchasing something. As you move into March, we have the Strength card. So this is all about you reconnecting to your self-care goals, but it's also about recharging your batteries, okay? And making sure that people respect you in the way that you are vibing at this frequency. I feel March for you is about seeing the bigger picture, or seeing the way ahead, and summoning the courage to take this new start in April. So I really feel like you're checking in with your confidence, and you're building that to set yourself up for some launch. It could be a launch of a new business, could be the launch of a new career idea. Some of you may go independent, set up as an entrepreneur, or some of you may relocate in terms of your career goals, or just approach your work in a different way that brings a little bit more excitement into it, okay? I really feel like you're a force to be reckoned with in the month of March. There's a lot of inner power, inner resolve. It tends to mean that if you've got any problems, that you'll be a perfect problem solver in the month of March. But I feel January, February, and March is really about making adjustments to solve any issues, overcome those issues, and be a powerhouse as you move forward. Because they're actually showing me a maze right now in the water, and this is about finding your way through a difficult circumstance, or yeah, look at that, 9 of Cups, wish fulfilled. This is about you powering up and finding your way. Something that is difficult to navigate, I feel you get to the bottom of it, or you get a sense of clarity on it. And the 9 of Cups basically says, whatever you desire, you're in strong law of attraction energy in the month of March. Have the courage to be bold and dream bigger, because you're actually going to accomplish great things. Now, the 9 of Cups also indicates that you will be proud of yourself. Whatever it is you're working on, this is about your well-being, so lots of personal development, but also this is about fulfillment in the way that you're leading your life and, attracting success into your life as well. This is a card of the good life. So also with the 9 of Cups, I'm getting this energy of, that you've been working hard for your finances, that you are being savvy about how you spend your money. So you're saving a majority, but also leaving a little bit of your finances in order to enjoy life, because life is all about balance, of course. And whilst it is difficult to put away some savings, because there's always something, right, to have to fork out for, but I get this sense of you putting yourself in a very fruitful position in the month of March. And I would literally write a list of things in March that you want to manifest, or at least write it at the end of February and watch the majority of those things on your list come towards you, okay? Because this is a very strong energy of things blossoming and being in your favor. Already at the beginning of the year, you've got a lot of positive things going on. Now, as you move into April, okay, this is really you in the flow of taking some sort of new adventure or opening yourself up to exciting new opportunities. Now, you could be taking like, a new hobby to meet new people, or doing something daring that you've never done before. You may even push yourself out of a comfort zone and face a fear, because with the Courage card, it can mean that you're summoning the courage to do something that perhaps has made you feel nervous for a while. For example, if you're someone who has a phobia against heights, you may decide to do a bungee jump, or you may decide to, walk across a very tall bridge or climb a mountain. So I feel like you're overcoming fears and being daring. I'm not saying you're going to go off and do a bungee jump, but I just get this sense of independence. I get this sense of, life feeling really good, feeling free. And I feel you could be launching something that feels really thrilling, but at the same time terrifying. When you start a new business, for example, it can feel like you're excited to get started, but then you think about the legalities, all the paperwork, the administration work, all of those things, the taxes. When you start to think about it all and you have to do it all by yourself, it can feel a little bit overwhelming until you take the first step. So I feel like whatever it is you're launching, you may feel the fear, but you'll do it anyway, okay? Also, I do feel like you're going to be very busy throughout the whole of the year. There's going to be a lot of paperwork, and January may even be the month where you do a lot of that paperwork. You may sort out a lot of taxes, and you may feel a little bit more free. Once you've got it done, you may do it like really early, or you may just find your way to being a lot more organized, so you can have a lot more freedom throughout the year. You may put in to play like a system of organization, whether it's through like an electronic what do you call those things, programs, or spreadsheets, things like that, or you may just have a filing system that helps you moving forward. But I definitely see you being more organized. Now, the Fool card also is to be more playful in your spirit. Okay, so some of you may actually take a trip in the month of April, somewhere abroad that's warm, okay, because I feel like there's a longing for the sun here in this energy. But with the Fool card, this indicates you trusting that the universe has a plan, and that it's also, it's got your back with the plans that you're making. Page of Swords, something that you've been curious about right from the very beginning, something you've been planning. you get moving on, okay? So whether it is this, searching for a new home or wanting to sell your home, or whether it's you picking up this new project or something you've been thinking about or investigating before you take action on it. Some of you could have been squirreling away lots of knowledge before you launch something. April is a pinnacle month. It's a perfect month for you to launch that or try it out, this new idea. I feel like it'll be very, very successful. It gives you a lot of freedom and a lot of reward. And it's not all about money. It's not all about reward. But you know, Wheel of Fortune, luck is on your side. You keep getting the Wheel of Fortune, you keep getting lucky energy, you keep getting positive cards. This indicates that, you know, things work out in your favor. Fate is intervening in this month to bring you so much fortune, good fortune, prosperity. You're on your true prosperity path. I feel like your destiny is revealed to you. So this could be some of you really discovering your true purpose, or being curious about a new way of doing something and inadvertently discovering your true north, where you really love what you do and you bring a lot more abundance into your life as well. Divine timing is in play in April by following your heart. As you can see, that figure there, Fate, she's holding the clock, so that, or the pocket watch, which really indicates that you know, divine timing is in play. As long as you follow your heart, everything else will fall into place. So again, could be that some of you meet a mentor or during this month as well, or you actually are picking up a new skill, or you're connecting to like a course of learning that will help you in the future. So some of you, you know, you may really enjoy something and decide you want to develop it deeper, develop your skills or your talents, or just learn something new, and it actually helps you in the future. It sets you up in a really positive way. Now, as we move into May, this is of course Taurus season. Well, April into May is Taurus season, but this is a Taurus card there. This is the Hierophant, and again, it's about learning. So I do feel like you may be reflecting on all that you've learned so far and what knowledge you want to pick up going forward. But I feel like it's about you having faith. Having faith that the universe has got your back. And if you work for a company, I definitely see people in positions of power noticing your work and wanting to elevate you in some way that actually puts you on your true calling, okay? You may be opening yourself up to a set of options in the month of May that you'll really have to make a decision on, and it will change everything as we come into July, okay? Now, the Hierophant also is a card of being on a spiritual journey or having a spiritual retreat. So some of you may, your travel may be connected to some sort of spiritual destination. I mean, some of you may go to visit ancient lands to learn a little bit more about history. Or maybe you are a history teacher, or you're really invested in history. You find it exciting and fascinating, and you may want to develop in a certain area. But I'm going to pull a card on that Hierophant for you, because I feel this is you connecting to source in a deeper way, developing your spiritual gifts, noticing that you actually have an untapped potential in some area of your spiritual gifts. So you're connecting to source or whatever religion you celebrate, but I feel like you discover something about you in the month of May that you may want to develop further. Like you may have a psychic flash, or you may pick up something like scrying and try to learn a little bit more about it, or tarot, or even yoga. They're showing me cupping, Reiki, that sort of thing. So some of you may be interested, yeah, something you're thinking about, you're going to take action on it. Okay, this is a card of being deep in analysis, furthering your brain power, your mind. You have an incredible mind there. Also, the King of Swords is someone who's very clear, very analytical, and is very organized. So I feel like you find your voice in the month of, I mean, you've got your voice anyway, and it's very powerful throughout the year, but I feel like you will benefit vocally in terms of giving presentations, projects, but I see people in positions of power noticing what you do, or you having some sort of influence. Some of you may even be offered a promotion or a raise in and around this period, where you perhaps step into a leadership position or a position of status. But I feel some of you may be thinking about how to launch something new overseas, because the King of Swords is an international card. It is a card of duality because it's a Gemini card, but it's also a card of, you know, everything coming together. As you can see, she's got like a male or female, not a gender specific reading. It's about the energy, but she's got a needle and thread. So it's like everything is coming together. Some of you may be doing a little bit of mending, personal development mending during this period as well. So some of you may even think about, as I said, going on this spiritual retreat where you don't talk. You know, you take a vow of silence for a couple of weeks in order to really reflect on life in general and become very philosophical about your spiritual journey. So whether you're retired or working, I feel like this is something that you will want to develop throughout the year. But thoughts become things. So I feel like you're really connecting to this idea of law of attraction this year to bring in better luck. I feel you've already kind of promise yourself that you're going to try and be much more positive, to see almost like an experiment, to see if your thoughts can change the outcome of things. Also with this King of Swords, I feel like you're being so clever about your finances. I feel you're trying to manage your worries in a better way, because the King of Swords is like, it's like the crown of the crown chakra, right? So it's almost like if you know you will be successful, you will be successful. You have to know these things, that deep belief in yourself. So I feel like whilst you've got spiritual belief, I feel like you're finding that belief within yourself on a deeper level this year. And a difficult task becomes very easier for you, but I definitely see this as a prime month for you to step into a leadership position. You know, I feel like you're starting something new, but you're taking the initiative to do it. I feel like you're being very logical as well, and still there's this sense of really being honest with yourself. I'm going to go one more, see if I can get anything more about this, but I feel like you're being super organized. So if you're not normally an organized person, my beautiful Sagittarians, this year is really about, I mean, yeah, you're definitely getting organized about finances, making sure you conserve your energy as well as your finances, and make sure that you use them only to use them on things that matter, okay? You're not being frivolous with your finances. But the Knight of Pentacles is about hard work, okay? And when you've got the King of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles, it can mean that sometimes your mindset, you have a little bit of overthinking there, and it may like lead you to stall or remain stagnant, analysis paralysis kind of energy. So I feel, have faith that whatever it is you're launching will be successful. You've got luck on your side. Jupiter is definitely a major player in your life this year when it comes to luck. The Wheel of Fortune is showing up for you in several places, and I really get this sense that, you know, you're going from strength to strength. The Knight of Pentacles indicates your hard work will pay off. There will be dividends. There will be more money available to you as well. So it could be a prime month for either promotion, a raise, or an opportunity to find more stability and clarity in your true purpose and your work. Now, as we move into June, we've got the Judgment card. So this is about weighing up your options. It's about you being on your true purpose, or your true north path, shall we say. Also with this, I feel like you're leaving your old life behind. Whatever decisions you're making, you're launching something, or there's a new way of working here, and you are releasing anything that's not been working for you. Okay, you're listening to your guides. You may even have a spiritual revelation round about this month of, why didn't you do this before? Why didn't you come out of your comfort zone and take a leap of faith before? I definitely see a lot more adventure in your life, a lot more. It's almost like I see you promising yourself to change things in 2023 that bring more adventure or more travel into your life, because I feel previous years have perhaps made you feel like your wings have been clipped. So let me just check out the Judgment card for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Sagittarians? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of? Okay, so they're giving me this energy of second wind. So it's almost like you've taken a bit of a pause to really reflect, build faith, and, you know, connect spiritually to what it is you want to accomplish. And it's like second wind. Suddenly you are powered up and ready to move forward. And yeah, Six of Pentacles, definitely a wonderful surprise from the universe. This is one of the fortunate months, shall we say, where something is offered to you as a gift. Could be a financial gift, but I feel this is the universe paying extra attention to you to bring you surprise reward because you're in balance. It sets you up for the future. Now also we had a King and Queen of Swords here. So as I said, there is the potential for you to be already talking to somebody new in terms of love. If you're looking for love, there's definitely a partnership going on here. This person could have strong Gemini, Libra in their chart. There's someone who's very exciting to be with, someone who's a meeting of minds with you. And I feel like you continue talking to this person and developing a relationship, which you can start to see around about June going places. But it doesn't become something that's like completely realized, as in put a label on it, until about November. Okay, let me just check if that's the energy I'm picking up on. So June, July, August, September, October, November. Yeah, November energy is what I'm picking up on. Now, Six of Pentacles also indicates that you're aligning yourself with success, and that this is about fairness. This is when karma is delivered for you in particular. This is about you getting justice for all the effort, the hard work that you've been putting in. And some of you may do a charitable deed that comes right back to you like a boomerang. I get this sense also of, you know, going out, enjoying yourself with friends. But also I'm picking up on this energy of it's like, remember that there are, how can I put this? It's like hidden treasures. So you may discover a hidden talent, okay, that opens you up to a second stream of income or duality, many streams of income in some way, that will be very fortunate for you. I will pull a card separately on that just to see what I've got coming there for you. I also feel like this is the month where you realize that the person that you are seeing, whether you're in a relationship or you've just started a relationship round about this month, this is the person you see as being in your future long term, okay? So even if you're in a relationship already, as you've come into 2023, you deepen your connection with this person. This is your soulmate. And if you're meeting someone new in 2023, June is the month where you realize this is the one, okay? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Now, there may also be a little bit of a plot twist in June for you. I mean, collectively, there is a bit of a plot twist for every sign in this month. I feel June, July, August, there is kind of major change, which is kick-started by Saturn moving, switching signs. As we start to get the full effect of Saturn moving from March, we start to see the effects really start being in play around about, well, end of May, June, July, that sort of time. So this is when you would hear global news of some sort of major restructure that will affect lots of different people, okay? So look out in the news for that. But I feel whatever is going on around you, you are protected, redirected, okay? But this may be a month where you decide to suddenly to change direction or approach things in a new way, just to keep things fresh, because I feel like this month for you is a breath of fresh air, okay? We have the Six of Swords, so another six here, all about balance. Six of Swords indicates you will be guided out of any difficulty. You're protected, redirected. This is a card that indicates perhaps you've been through a bit of a testing time at the beginning of June, but you will find your way through it, okay? Also, when you get the Six of Swords, this indicates that you're discovering new lands, okay? You're about to discover something really exciting and new. And when we're on the precipice of change, it can make us feel a little bit like uncertain, or we may feel a little bit anxious, but we're actually turning a corner for the better, okay? I mean, financially, I feel that you are having better financial management skills, and I feel like, you know, you just create more. You keep, I feel like you keep going from strength to strength in terms of your finances and your goals. Ace of Wands indicates a very creative time for you. Whenever there is change, there is, you know, restructure and regeneration. So I feel you're taking the initiative to embark on something that will be truly brilliant. It will bring in a lot of adventure. Your visions will come to term. I mean, you've got the Queen of Swords there, which means you're not just thinking of the now, you're thinking of the future. You're being a visionary. As you can see there, she is, she's got her telescope there and she's thinking about way into the future. She is thinking about a brighter future ahead, and she's sitting on an air balloon. Okay, and she's bringing a whole tree with her, because it's like, I want to be stable, but at the same time, I want adventure. I feel like I'm not exactly where I should be right now, and I want to move somewhere else, or I want to move forward. So this could be like a real self-evaluation month where you ask yourself, are you happy where you're at? And if you're not, you're making adjustments in order to thrive, survive, and move to a position where you feel really comfortable. And also stimulated in terms of your mind, your synapses, because your brain needs that food of excitement and life. But I feel new projects could actually see you. How can I put that? A new project could see you like being a little bit more free. So this could be a discovery of being able to be a freelancer, or have a project where you get to travel and work at the same time. Ace of Wands tends to be like a major breakthrough as well, a transformation month where things start to work in your favor. There's excitement, there's electricity, there's sparks, there's passion, and it's a real productive month where you get busy doing and you don't focus on anything that could go wrong because you're too busy making sure everything goes right. Okay, so I do feel it's a very positive month overall. There'll be some twists and turns in that month in particular, but I feel collectively that's what's happening for everybody. Now, as we move into the month of July, we've got the Death card, major change, radical change, which opens you up to new opportunities. And Sagittarius, you always love to open yourself up to new opportunities because you're a forward-moving sign. You like to keep things interesting. Now, with the Death card, this could be a big ending of something in your life. Could be an end of, when you're reaching for something more in alignment with your true prosperity and your true purpose, there's always inevitably, let me get my teeth back in, inevitably something that you will leave behind. So this could be a restructure or a leaving of, an old environment. Could be, leaving of an old neighborhood, or, if you share a flat or an apartment with someone, you could hear that they decide to move out and you have to replace them with someone new, or it could be that you are moving and going to pastures new. The Death card indicates that you are evolving. So whatever spiritual development work you've been doing throughout the year, you come to a very pinnacle point round about July where you see that you've matured and you're ready to declutter your life from anything that has been holding you back, like dead wood or anything that's just felt really negative. This is a major transformation for you, and I feel it's just like a check-in to make sure you're not holding on to any outgrown dreams, desires, wishes, people, relationships, friendships, any toxic situations. Ace of Wands. Okay, so whenever I shuffle the cards, you'll notice in pretty much every other reading as well, whenever I shuffle the cards either side of a month, tend to get the same cards because it indicates there's an overflow energy of a new chapter being in your life. Okay, this is Ace of Wands indicates you're turning a page for the better. There's more excitement coming on in. There's sparks of originality, so great ideas. You're being enterprising. You're holding true to your vision and you're being bold enough to go after it. This is a card of aligning yourself with success, but also internally you're blossoming, you're developing, you're coming to fruition in terms of what it is your soul desires. Also, whenever you get polka dots in tarot, it tends to mean, it's going to be fun. It tends to mean that you're going to really enjoy this. So whether it's employment, I always say it's going to be employment with enjoyment, or whether you are retired, this could be a new adventure that you embark on that's going to bring you into good company, but also personal revelations and spiritual development. It's going to be exciting, whatever it is. So definitely new chapter around about that month. Now, we have that wonderful Wheel of Fortune showing up for you. So it is a very positive year on the whole. The Wheel of Fortune indicates, lots of twists and turns, but for the positive. Expect the unexpected. Now, when we get the Wheel of Fortune, it tends to mean that anything you turn your hand to, it's going to have a positive outcome. So expect lucky breaks, better fortune, and when it comes to finances, though, this card can be a card of easy come, easy go. So I would watch your spending around this month, especially if you've just bought a new purchase, because I see a big purchase on the cards for you as well, whether it's a home, a car, or something to do with the home space. It could even be a big holiday that you're a big vacation that you are purchasing. Whatever it is, I feel like you're tightening your budget round about this month, but I feel like you're actually bringing in more wealth as well. So better opportunity here for you, better abundance. It's something that is connected to your faith or what you've been praying for is what they're showing me. It shows up for you. Now we got the Devil card. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Okay, so the Devil card is really like an indication of sometimes when we're a little bit bored, we can procrastinate, but also we could overspend, for example. We could put ourselves in a bit of a bind. That's why I'm mentioning the finances, because I see the dollar sign here. I mean, economically, it could also mean that there is some sort of economic wobble round about this time period in the markets. Now, I don't really know anything about economics or markets. I know the words and I know what it really does. It kind of goes up and down and round and round. I don't really understand. People lose their money, they make money. But what I get here is there is the potential to get a little bit stuck in something. There may be something tempting as well. If the offer seems too good to be true, I would avoid it. Use your intuition, of course. But I'm just going to pull a card on the Devil, because I want to see what it is for you. It's not an evil card. It can be Capricorn energy. It could be that you're meeting someone who's Capricorn who has a tempting offer for you that will help you elevate, because we also have cards clarifying it. That is a Page of Cups, an opportunity to do something you love, or really good news that is offered to you that helps you elevate or even travel. I do get a sense that if you're traveling in this month, that there may be some sort of delay or a cancellation of your flight or something like that. You will be recompensed, but it may, taint your journey a little bit. So just watch out for that. That's what I'm picking up on. I feel like you will, if you've got travel insurance, you will be recompensed, but I feel like it might annoy you a little bit, okay? 2 of Swords and the 8 of Pentacles. Let's go one more for the Devil. Thank you so much, guys, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Okay, so it can be connected to personal development, because we got the 2 of Swords here. This does tend to mean a period of stagnancy, or feeling a little bit stalemate, and that's when temptation to either procrastinate or sometimes reach out to your ex, or if your ex reaches out to you, you may be tempted to connect to that. It's almost like a tempting situation may evolve in the month of August there, and I feel like you've got pretty awesome luck overall, but there's this one thing that has the potential to be the fly in the ointment, shall we say. But I feel like if you stay focused on yourself, 8 is the number of the self, focus on your self-development. For example, this could be a month where you're really tempted to binge eat if you've been on a really healthy diet. But the 8 of Pentacles indicates that when you have a repetitive cycle, because this is a card of habit, routine. When you tend to get in a routine, whilst you know where you're at and you're building your skills and you're building stability, sometimes it can feel a little bit boring, okay? So I feel like there's going to be lots of lucky breaks and lots of interesting encounters, lots of spontaneity. I feel like that's what the Wheel of Fortune is kind of indicating for you, that this could be like a low month where things happen. So it's important to be a little bit more spontaneous, to keep your mind alive so that you're not tempted to connect to negative things. I also feel like, yes, you will be working really hard. Unless you're retired, I feel like, you are going to be working hard throughout the year, but it's something that you're going to enjoy doing. Some of you also may open yourself more to learning or an apprenticeship of some sorts. I would say, because we got the 6 of Wands here, I feel like there's a lot of success and reward overall coming for you, and I feel that this is good news for you. So it's like you have a lot of potential for success in this month. Don't let anything or anybody derail you, okay? That's what I'm really feeling for this. Keep your focus. Don't let temptation derail you. You are on a path And sometimes when people come into our lives and they've got toxic energy, or they are jealous, they may try to get in your way, or just, you know, grab your attention and bring it elsewhere when you're like, actually I need to focus on my work, or I need to focus on something that I'm trying to build, and they want to, yeah, I keep just getting this energy of derail you. So just watch out for that. I really feel with the Page of Cups, there is something popping out of nowhere that you will love, though. There's some really good news about this month. So it's not all doom and gloom. It's not all going to be about the fly in the ointment. I also see this month being a really heightened month for your intuition and your psychic abilities, okay? There may be, especially if you're seeing somebody, or you're starting to see someone, there may be a friend who actually tells you that they've got hidden feelings for you, okay? Now this may throw a spanner in the works and may make you feel a bit awkward, unless of course you fancy this person too, but I feel you may move on from this. I feel like this is someone who tells you how they feel, and I feel like you'll let them down gently and diplomatically. But Page of Cups, a lot more charitable energy about you, and I feel like there's a younger person who comes into your life who may give you some information about your purpose, or give you like a hot tip on something, and it helps you elevate. You're getting the Eight of Wands again, so that indicates you're on the up, you're on the move. Again, I get this sense of traveling in this month. I mean, that's 2 months where I really feel you could be going on holidays or vacations, and I would just say in this month in particular, August, there may be some sort of delay or something that makes you feel really frustrated, but you do get compensated for it. Now, the Eight of Wands indicates energy building, being organized for the pace. So don't get caught. It's like, don't get caught off guard in the month of August, because although it tends to be a month where people wind down a little bit, it's important because you're still going to be very busy, but you're going to enjoy what you do, okay? Now, also, as we move into September, now they've given me 2 cards. Weird. They give me 2 cards for September, October, November, and December. No other sign has got this, so this is obviously important. You can see we got the Devil card, the either side. You know, it's come up again. So I feel like in order to overcome temptation, go within for answers. Be a little bit more philosophical. The answers you seek are within yourself. It may be that you're feeling uninspired, or that you're feeling a little bit fed up and grouchy at the way that life takes a turn sometimes. You know, humans are not always these wonderful, like, bright, positive things. Sometimes we get down. Sometimes we wake up in the morning and we're in a bad mood for no reason. We just feel a little bit like, you know what, don't talk to me. I haven't had my coffee. And even when I've had my coffee, just stay way over there because I'm just having a day to myself. You know, sometimes we just wake up that way, and we have to honor the energy that we find ourselves in each moment. But we mustn't let it govern us, or we mustn't let it, you know, overcome us, that we actually project it onto others in a negative way. So with the Hermit energy, this is a very philosophical month of you asking bigger questions. So you may have like a dip in your energy where you're like, what's it all about? What am I working for? All of this, you know, difficult energy in the world. What does it mean for me? I feel there's a real search for meaning in this month for you. And the Devil card, I actually feel the Devil card is positive for you in this situation, because I feel like it releases you from a bad habit or a negative energy, or even a toxic situation that perhaps tried to raise its ugly head in your life. I feel like you deal with it with maturity, okay? And you use your knowledge in order to heal the situation and release it. So even if it's been a toxic work environment or a friendship, I feel like it's resolved. It's let go of. Now I'm going to just pull a card in this deck, so I want to see what this Devil card is. Death card indicates stuck, stagnancy. I'm using the uprights and the reverses in this deck. So Death card is like feeling stuck, okay, or feeling stagnant, feeling bored. The Two of Pentacles, it's like, whoa, what should I do? What should I do? Got a lot of choices, okay. Two of Pentacles is also about finding balance. Two of Cups, okay. Two of Cups is a law of attraction, because it's like when you're in a state of stagnancy and you start to feel low energy, you attract more low energy people, situations, things. So it's important to realize vibing a little bit higher does influence your circumstances. But I really feel with this Two of Cups here that you have a lot of people that you can rely on to inspire you. I do feel like there may be some sort of contract or agreement that is made in this month that is very beneficial. I do also feel like there's an affinity. I feel collectively people in this month in particular will be like, it's like, you know, if you've got Monday through to Sunday and Wednesday is the dip in the week, I feel like this is the dip in the year, okay, where everyone's like, it's getting a bit darker, or it's getting a bit colder, or it just feels like, let me just readdress what's going on and whether I feel I'm still on the right path. But I do feel it's also a strong month for manifestation, okay? Two of Cups is also about reciprocity, making sure that there is balance across your life, and that if you're doing a lot of things, spinning a lot of plates, you know, and spreading yourself thin, sometimes you can feel a little bit grouchy. So make sure you get self-care. The Hermit is a reminder to take a pause to recharge your batteries. But I just wanted to clarify that Devil for you. I actually don't see it as being a negative thing. I feel like you come unstuck in some way. But let's see the details of September for you. Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Sagittarians? What do they need to know? The World card. Something comes to a conclusion and you get moving, okay? I'm clarifying from a full deck, okay? And this is a big month for you. Even though it feels like a bit of a dip where you may feel a little bit like humdrum energy, oh, you're in a repetitive cycle, or you just feel a little bit drained in the month of September, things are still happening for you, okay? And big things. The World card indicates the end of a cycle, okay? As I said, I feel you're coming unstuck. You're entering a new phase, and there's success attached to this. Some of you may think about emigrating or looking at another country, perhaps to run your business, or you know, buy a home, or, you know, even invest in. The World card is like a reminder that the world is your oyster. Also, the World is a reminder to integrate into scenarios with other people. Don't feel like you're all alone. Don't spend, especially when you're in low vibe energy, it's important to recharge your batteries and have alone time so that you can process things and, you know, just enjoy your own company. It's a very mature thing to do, but don't spend all of your time alone, because it can make you feel you slip even further into, you know, a negative vibe, let's put it that way. But the World card is all about completion, feeling proud of yourself. There's a lot to be proud of by this point. I feel there's a lot of success. I feel like you're completing a task or a project, or something comes to fruition that shows you that you are very, very successful and that you've done a good job, okay? Also, there may be some sort of world event that occurs round about this point that makes you start to wonder, why is this world the way it is? Okay, because I get this sense of world events or something. Cataclysmic is the word they're giving me. I don't actually want to think about that, but they're giving me the word cataclysmic. It's something that is not directly affecting you, my beautiful Sagittarians, but I do get this sense that it is something that perhaps surprises the world, okay? Eight of Cups, yeah, you walk away from this, you're like, oh gosh, I can't deal with this, I'm done. What's this all about? I feel like you're looking, it spins you off onto, it's almost like you could change your direction, for example. And this may even be a follow through. If you're traveling on the cusp of August into September, you may change your travel plans because of it. Okay, or there's something about changing of travel plans or delays, so just watch out for that. But the Eight of Cups is like you're searching for meaning, like what's it all about? It's going to go again, Five of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Yeah, it's like, why is there such hardship in the world? Why do things have to be so difficult when you are coming from a place of love? You can't see why everybody or the world is run in such a way where there's so much pain and suffering, when you can see with your own heart and your own eyes that you would spread love if you were in a position of power, if you were ruling the world. So I really feel that this will affect your mood. I feel like it will affect everybody's mood collectively. I'll have to tap in to see what it is, because right now I can't see it, but it's because I'm working on a different frequency, because I'm dealing with your sign, and it doesn't affect you directly, but it's something to do with the world. So I feel you're going in search of deeper meaning, and you will find what you're looking for. You will find that sense of love. You will find that connection to people who care. The Ace of Cups is all about emotional care and mental activity. So I would say this is a prime month for you to disconnect from news sources or clickbait, things like that, in order to preserve your mental space. Now, the Chariot card does indicate that there is movement, there is success, there is real breakthrough energy. This is a card of being confident, having that willpower, determination to move forward in your goals, and heading in the direction fearlessly towards a dream. Also, I feel like the winds are with you, as it were. So if you decide to go in a certain direction in terms of a goal or a project, I feel like you get there quicker than you expected. Also, some of you may buy a car in this month as well. But I feel, don't let external circumstances knock your vibe, shall we say. But this could be some sort of milestone reached or some sort of reward given here. Definitely a victory for you in the month of September. But it almost feels, with what's going on in the world at this point, there's like an anticlimax about it. Don't let that rob you of your sense of satisfaction because you have accomplished something. So it's just a little mental note there. As I said, every time I clarify a month, either side, the cards seem to be resonating. You've got the World card again there, which it really does highlight success, reward, things coming to a conclusion, a project being tied up, and it being very fruitful. This is harvest time for you, because I feel this is a pinnacle month in the calendar for you, because the Empress is showing up there as well. So this is about you recognizing that by you valuing yourself, you got the best deal out of all situations, and you are rewarded heavily. Okay, some of you, if you're retired, you may actually travel to spend time with your family during this month in order to reconnect and have good times. But I feel you kickstart diets again, exercise routines, and I just feel like there's this sense of comfort. For those of you who are in a relationship, there is a real potential to have family, get pregnant at this time. If you're looking to get pregnant, I feel if you've been going through things like IVF as well, this is a really high potential month for you to for it to work for you. Okay, that's what they're showing me. Now, the World card indicates a sense of balance, peace, and things coming full circle. It almost feels like whatever happens in September, by October, it just feels like there's a little bit more peace again, okay? The Empress card also is a card of self-care, and all the seeds that you've been sowing throughout the whole year finally coming to some sort of conclusion or fruition where you are really proud of yourself, and it's about enjoying that abundance now. I really get a sense of domesticity, of being in the home space. Some of you may have even set up something creative in the home space that you can do, and it becomes a full-time job or a second stream of income. Remember not to spread yourself thin, but it's a very positive month for reward and for projects coming to some sort of completion. I mean, September and October, I feel like things are winding down for you, okay? Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. We got the Emperor. Isn't it, like, the next card is the Emperor. So it's almost like these energies are filtering into each other. This puts you in a really good position, whatever is going on here. I'm going to go one more. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. So again, as I said, if you start a relationship by November, because we've got the Emperor and the Empress here either side, they are indicating that you will be in a high level commitment with this person. You've also got the Lovers here, so that I feel like you put a label on it, a proper label. Maybe it's when you actually tell your friends, your family, that you're in a relationship, but I just get this sense of you being in a really good position. The Emperor card is about success or reaching a position of power. Some of you, it will be that you elevate and you're really comfortable where you're at right now, and you're thinking about the next steps. You're planning. You're always future planning, my beautiful Sagittarians. This is a card, of course, of leadership, and we've got the Three of Cups, which is a card of celebration. So there's something to celebrate for sure in this month, and I definitely get you connecting to invitations to go out and enjoy yourself, let your hair down as well. There may be someone who shares a resource with you. It could be a piece of information, or it could be, what's that energy? I just need to touch it. One moment, please. Yeah, it could be a piece of information or a hot tip on something that leads to more money or better success, because I feel like it's just attached to reward. This last part of the month is all about reward for you, okay? But the Three of Cups, I feel like your family and friends are really proud of you as well. They celebrate all that you have achieved. And I feel like you've achieved quite a lot by that year. Now, of course, success and achievement looks differently for everyone. So it can mean that some of you have been battling with your health and there is a major breakthrough and achievement in that area. Some of you may be battling a way to earn more money and remain financially stable. Some of you may be trying to build a healthier pool of friendships. You may be trying to discover your soul tribe. And I feel by the end of the year, you will have met really good people who will be friends for life as well. So you're definitely finding your soul tribe members. The Emperor card, I'm going to pull one more card on that just to be sure, because the Emperor can also represent the establishment. Okay, we've got the star there for you. I mean, you leave the year on the star, so that's really interesting that they gave you a star right at the beginning. And I'm going to have to look up that word that came up earlier. Was it Atrella or oh gosh, it's not showing in the water right now, so when I said it earlier, I could see it and I could spell it, but now it's not there. I can't remember it fully, but this is, okay. This indicates that you're pretty magnetic, that there's a lot of passion is your power. You got a lot of, yeah, I feel like there's a lot of you being in the spotlight or being in a position in your community where you're respected. You hold a high position. That's what I keep coming up with. I keep getting this energy of you standing out from the crowd, for example, because you see there's one person that's taller than all the rest, and this card is literally like standing out from the crowd. I feel like you're in a position of power and responsibility. The star energy is a wish come true. So whatever it is you've been wishing for this moment, you've been desiring to be in this position. The Queen of Wands is also a card of people trying to help you to get to where you want to go. It can be creative collaborations or the people that you work with who really respect what you're about. Also, this is a card of being attractive. So I really get this sense of you and your partner finding each other attractive, developing a relationship on a deeper level, and there being a lot more passion available to you as well. The Queen of Wands is the only card that has a black cat in it, which means you are lucky. Okay, so normally when you get the wands, King of Wands, Knight of Wands, Page of Wands, there tends to be a salamander, a gecko, depending on the deck that you connect to, a lizard of some sort, which represents protection in all your endeavors and to be successful. But the Queen of Wands says luck is on your side. And we've already had so many cards, my beautiful Sagittarians, that indicates luck is on your side this year. Wish will be delivered. And the star indicates a lot of healing on a personal level, but also finding clarity in your endeavors to see the way forward. The star tends to represent a better future or a brighter future to look forward to with hope, okay? So I feel whatever position you're in the month of October, I feel like you're looking ahead to see what are the next steps to make next year even better than 2023. So you're always thinking forward. Now, November, we do have that Emperor card and the Lovers card, which of course indicates strong law of attraction month and being in a really good position. For some reason, I'm seeing potatoes in the water with these cards. So some of you may have decided to grow your own food, and you may have, I don't know when potatoes are grown or when they harvest, so I can't really tell you there. They just show me potatoes. Now potatoes, I'm getting true chills here. Potatoes are a source of nourishment to some degree. They're obviously, they have lots of eyes. So it could be that lots of eyes are on you because we have that star energy coming out. I'm not really sure what potatoes represent, but I mean, they are something that is grown in the ground. So something that perhaps you have been developing comes to full term, and it is something to be proud of. I feel these are the months where you are reaping reward or reaping benefits from the efforts that you've put in throughout the year. Potatoes, maybe even a symbol that you will notice a lot in the month of November. So look out for that. I can't imagine that potatoes come to term in November, but I'll have to have a look. I really don't think so. But they're just showing me potatoes, so I'm going to leave it like that. Now, the Lover's card is about choice. So it's like you have a choice about your next plans or what you're thinking about for the future or what is your next step. So I really feel like you're formulating more plans in the month of November. Also, as I said, I feel like your divine counterpart, you actually solidify your relationship in the month of November, okay? So I feel if, for example, when you start 2023, if you're single, I feel by November, you're in a long-term committed relationship. If you are someone who is in a relationship, you may actually get engaged or married around about this time of year as well. And if you're already married when you come into 2023, I definitely get this sense of you and your person either restating your vows or developing your relationship to bring a little bit more excitement into your relationship. And I feel you may even set up your own business together, okay? Because I feel it could be some sort of ideas that you have together that help you. I mean, look at that, King of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. There's a double King and a double Emperor of every of those cards in this deck. And my guides, when I first, it's a beautiful deck there, the mystical, the Tour of the Mystical Moments. My guides, you get to choose whether you keep the cards in. And my guides wanted me to keep every card in because it could tell a story and I could get different energy from it. And you got both Kings of Pentacles, financial reward, affluence. Okay, so if you are setting up a business with someone who is a divine counterpart, or you're actually setting up a business with someone you trust, there's a lot of money, a lot of financial reward. So this could be a very heavy month for you in terms of bonus. A bonus may come early if you work for a company, or even if you work for yourself. You may decide to pay yourself extra dividends, for example. But to have both Kings of Pentacles, this is respect and reward, okay? So for all of your hard work. Now, also, I'm not going to lie to you, November is going to be very productive. This may be a month of focusing on your finances or using your intelligence when it comes to business. It could be a busy month for paperwork, administration, being really practical about your next steps, but it puts you ahead of the game. And some of you, if you find your home, I feel like some of you may complete on a home then, or you may actually, because they give me the word domesticity, it's like you may, if you've moved by then, you may be like putting the final touches to something and you are the king or queen of your castle, because I'm getting this sense of empire energy as well. Financially, you're attracting more wealth, okay? And you're making some really good investments. Seven of Pentacles with the King of Wands. I mean, you've got three kings here. That's normally very positive. But I feel like these are aspects of yourself. That's why you've got the double King of Pentacles. Otherwise, Spirit would only have given me one King of Pentacles and a King of Wands to represent two people. But I feel like your ingenuity, your passion is your power. And I feel like you've decided what's worth going after, what's been working. Because the Seven of Pentacles is like, is it worth it? I feel like you get an opportunity to save a little bit more money. This is a card of saving finances. But it's about you bringing half of your side of the bargain to the table and the universe meeting you halfway. And you actually really deciding what it is that was worth growing. So, and I feel like you capitalize on it. Now, of course, it's not all about finances, but I feel November is a strong month for being in a very good position. Yes, there's going to be a bit of work going on, but I feel like financially you're in a really solid place. Now, the outcome energy, we've got the Star. How apt that you leave the year on the Star, okay? and the High Priestess. So this is a card of having faith, knowing that your inner wisdom took you to where you want to go. This card, the Star card, indicates that this year has fulfilled some wishes for you, and that yes, there's healing that's going on as well, but I feel like it's about you getting clarity for the year ahead. Okay, so it's almost like you're already being at that visionary, looking to the future. The Star energy also indicates success, okay, and clarity, but also I'm just picking up this energy of faith and hope and belief in yourself and the wisdom that you came to this lifetime with, because I feel it gave you a lot of freedom to be daring, to be bold, to dream new dreams. And with the High Priestess, I feel you may be very introspective in December, really thinking back on all your accomplishments and how you were the star. It's like, I feel like you're the star of your own journey this year, whereas other years you may have felt other things or other people got in the way. And this year it's all about you and putting yourself first and valuing yourself to get you to where you want to go. I'm just going to finally clarify these cards. They're showing me balloons, okay? So balloons is about having fun. It could be also about happy memories, that you're going to be looking back and seeing all the happy memories that you built, because I feel like there's a lot of adventure, a lot of travel going on for you as well. But they're showing me balloons. We got the Hierophant. They want me to go one more. Okay, unusual. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Okay, manage your stress levels. Okay, when you get the Ten of Swords, it tends to be the end of something. So it's the end of the year, okay? It's important to be compassionate with yourself, and that you're having, sometimes it's difficult to be successful, and that, you know, you may overthink sometimes, but manage your stress levels and manage your, oh gosh, I really don't want to say the word they're giving me, manage your F's, okay? This did come up in a reading before, and I just said, manage your F's, but they're actually giving me the full-on profanity, and I'm not going to say it, but they're actually giving me that right now. So somebody obviously needs to hear that. But the Ten of Swords is like making space for the new year ahead, okay? And don't overthink it. The universe has got your back. The Hierophant indicates you've done a lot of learning throughout the year. You are more mature and wiser, and we're all students of life. So I feel like you're opening yourself up, but you're leaving the year with a little bit more confidence in yourself, a little bit more knowledge of how you want to live life and how you want to proceed. And also, you're very influential. So some of you may even think about writing a book or writing something about your experiences, or even putting like you know, a video out there on a blog or a social media platform to help others. It's almost like you're shining your light. You're allowing yourself to shine in order to lead the way for yourself, first and foremost, but you know, inadvertently, you're actually shining a light for others to give them permission to follow their dreams as well. And I really get this sense of achievement as you look back. But also, you're powering up your energy to move forward for 2024, for whatever it is you want to accomplish in that year as well. Now, as I said, success and accomplishment looks differently for everybody. So it depends on what you are focused on. But it looks very, very positive. There are some twists and turns. But I feel like, you know, it works out in your favor. Owl magic. Okay, so owl magic. Now this indicates that there is a certain ingredient that perhaps not every sign is going to experience this year in 2023, but you will have a certain amount of alchemy about you where things work out in your favor. And it says, choose to know the truth because you can. Okay, so know that you will be successful, and it shall be so. Know that you are lovable, and it shall be so. Know that you will have financial stability, and it shall be so. It says, open your inner vision. You can see through deception, let go of the past, and make room for a better life. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. So no playing small in 2023. Remember your inner power, your reserve, your confidence. You've got the knowledge to take you to where you want to go, okay? And I feel it's a very positive year ahead for you as well, even though there will be external circumstances that may be a little bit difficult, okay? Now, the trinkets they've given me for you are 2 keys. So you're unlocking a lot of doors, and the planetary alignments are important for you. Okay, this is the World card key, which basically indicates a lot of affluence, success, completing tasks and projects that will help you. Some of you may go overseas a lot, or you may think about emigrating in some way, but there's definitely abundance available to you, and planetary alignments will be very important for you unlocking your destiny. Okay, so I feel Saturn actually switches signs and works in your favor. Be good to your immune system, and your immune system will be good to you also. That is a message for everybody when it comes to this year, because I feel collectively we'll all be affected by that in round about, I feel it's like June, July, August, September, that sort of month. There may be like excess seasonal colds or immune system issues right about that time. So I'll leave it like that. Okay, I hope something resonates in this reading for you, my beautiful Sagittarians. It looks very positive. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press the little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Sagittarians. Love and light.